don't know what I want to do today, for now. Walking gym has some decent progress. Can't continue with the bike gang yet. Only 40% on the girls bar. Really? Even though I did all the girls... Even though I did all the girls instead of... except for Emily. Might see if I can continue with the... Oops. With the, photography club. I'll get some progress done on the photography club and the, girls bar. And then... I'll see if I can make any progress with the main story. I feel like every time I play this game, it feels like it's been too long since I've last played it. Is this Toribe? It's my mentor Hikawa-san, a great and wise master. I guess you're senpai. Nice to meet you. I'm Kanto Hikawa, former president of the photography club. Why'd you retire if you're still a student? Taught me the fundamentals of camera work. He even developed his own philosophy of... Okay, is this why you're... This guy why you're a weirdo? Doesn't look like a high schooler. Science of photography first emerged in the 19th century and brought about a major revolution in history. In the old days, humans used a mirror to discover themselves as objects, but it was still just a mirrored relationship. Okay, we're going into philosophy real quick. Photography gave them the power to externalize the self as an actual being in the world, but this can only be done by cutting the self out of the perspective of the big other. In other words, photography has the power to transform the Cogito? It's like Cognito? Cogito? It's an incredible phenomenon, but of course, what does it all mean? That is my current research topic. Very interesting. Kind of an oddball. Seems like Toribe got her whole shtick from him.
Yagami-san.
I'd like to hear Master Hikawa's nope, no thank you. I'll pass. Thinking of writing a thesis paper for the university I'll be attending next year. I mean, that's probably... yeah, that's probably be a good thesis, actually. I'm going to examine the popularization of photography through the spread of... this is difficult words. Daguerreotype, and also the transformation of the general public's ego, which resulted in... Actually, I was just talking to Toribe about this, get her feedback. Resulted in what we call off-haven. Love to hear all about it, but I'm really busy, so I have to take a rain check today. I see. Well then. Get the fuck out of here. I don't think he's a member of the intelligentsia. Oh, Yagami-san. Of course. Actually, I had a favor to ask you about photographing the next delinquent student. Who's our next target? The Hot Rodders, the biker gang? A motorcycle gang? Oh? They aren't as big a group as Made in Heaven. Still a troublemaking bunch, riding around the busy streets of Ijincho without helmets or licenses. Sound quite troublesome. And they're serial students. I'm trying to take pictures of them to get them to reflect on their bad behavior and all that. Yes. Of course we are. Although if you came with me to photograph the Hot Rodder, so give me a shout when you're ready. I'm gonna save real quick. That's where the biker gang is gonna be? Isazaki Road? Coming any minute now. Wow. Give me dust talking on. Whoa! Ew.
Hey!
Don't like that face. Careful. Yeah, yeah. Enough with the yeahs. But the police, are they just not gonna call them? Someone already did, but it doesn't matter. As soon as cops show up, bikers will scram.
I see.
Photographs them before that happens. I swear to God, we're making some of these faces bad on purpose. I mean, if they see a picture of themselves, they'll probably be self-conscious about it, so... And that's the point of this. Annoyed citizens in frame. Alright. Dangerous. Fit. Lose everyone's faces. This is gonna be a little hard. Shit, I fucked it. You need to give me more time to get ready, I think. And so quickly. Come on. Where am I supposed to angle myself?
Now.
I have to deal with this one. I couldn't get a max zoom, but it's fine. Got it. Nice. That's a disturbing photo. Sees it to blackmail the biker gang. So I'll have to fight some more guys in a second. Yeah! Let's go! Oh. No, you're gonna get run over. Idiot, you trying to die or something? Stop, did I knew you would, because you still have a conscience somewhere inside. What? Kentaro Honjo? First year student at Serial High. Look at his picture, I'm blackmailing you, except not really. What the hell? Really shame bothering the innocent public like this. Okay. Please, I just want you to wake up. This is... Okay, come on, girl. Okay, come on. Gotta do something before we end up in the same situation as last time.
Hey.
Not trying to threaten or blackmail. Let's spare a little time to self-reflect. Nope, it's not blackmail. I told you it's not blackmail. Is he the president of a real estate company? C student? I just said they weren't. Alright. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're good. We're good. Shit. Look at this, you bastard. Ugh.
That's design.
Oh, look, wait, this is you. This is your design. Does looking at this photo hurt your heart? I bet. They already know what you're doing is a sin. Just think. What if one of the people you almost had had been pregnant or elderly? You could break an elder's leg and he'd never walk again. Avert your gaze. Right now as we speak, the good Takayan and the bad Takayan are fighting inside you.
Please.
Okay. Just stop. It's enough.
Hey.
Seeing that picture, do you realize now how foolish you've acted? Perhaps not to ride around like a crazy person ever again. Fine, I won't do it again. had no idea that it looked like this riding around. Like a nasty bastard. Please stop now. It's incredibly effective. However, objectifying the ego. I wonder if that unlocked the other biker gang. I can actually work on that now.
Master.
It's Master. Attorney Bay. Looking into the professor.
Yes.
Our next team is delinquency, so I wanted to track down the professor since he's a mastermind and all. He's in cahoots with the professor. Don't track him. Don't pursue him. Why not? Well, shouldn't bring personal philosophy into a power struggle. Risking letting the ideology swallow you up. Trust me, you'll never find a way to marry philosophy and art together? Huh? I feel like art and philosophy are inextricably intertwined.
Hey.
Trying to say? He's worried about me? Not sure that's the right takeaway. Not to pursue the professor, so what are you gonna do now? Words of great philosophers are not to be taken literally. Philosophical language can get so incomprehensible, sometimes there are decade-long fights over a single sentence in a philosophy book. I don't know if Hikawa's a great philosopher, but what he says is definitely incomprehensible. Sounds to me like I'm free to interpret Master Hikawa's statement however I want. Very generous interpretation. Sure see the glass half full. I respect her though. Put my nose to a grindstone. Okay. How much progress did that put me on? 75%, so maybe like one more mission. I'll have to reset the area somehow though. If I do a robotics club match, it'll get me ready for the next part. Cause I don't want to go all the way out the school and come back in just to reset it. We're evenly matched, so wait, nope. Let's try this. Wait, I forgot how to fucking play. Okay. Okay, we're good, actually. Actually, no, I'm not. Kinda not doing great right now.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm trying that again. Unless the photography mission has already been reset. Has it? Nope.
Yagami-san.
Yeah.
Because I can definitely win that. That block for me, please. No, why did you not get it? Goddamn fucking hell. Okay. Not behind me. Okay, I need to stop dying so I can actually place down blocks, please.
Not looking good.
No, I'm not gonna win this. Yeah, I need to fight you guys to get the weapon report I need or to upgrade, so I definitely feel like we can win though. Oh, I'm fucking out of ammo, is that why? Okay. I feel like I can win it. I'm just like... I need to take more of their guys out, I think. There you go. There you go. God, okay. There we fucking go. Okay. Okay. Only took like for 3 or 4 tries. I honestly wasn't keeping count. Oh, Kitagawa's taking a nap. Didn't think he knew how. Been pulling out a few all-nighters lately. He's taking on everyone's extra workloads by himself. It's totally taking a toll on his health.
This is bad.
This isn't good.
Hey.
The delivery date for the bases from our suppliers being massively delayed. At this rate, we won't be able to complete 2 machines.
Hey!
Just have to narrow it down to 1 right now. Or I can pinpoint our opponent's strategy is incredibly risky. Base arrives the day before the match. Build it, program it, and then debug the damn thing. It doesn't sound possible. These poor kids. Kitagawa, why don't we just throw in... No. Do it, even if I have to work through the night, programming and all. There's no way I'll lose to Toto.
You stupid.
Turn into some kind of idiot? Ugh.
Hey.
Seriously, you need to chill out. Just a high score, it's fine if you lose. I don't think you should be expecting a miracle like that. God damn it, I guess I have to leave and then come back in order to reset the photography club.
Toribe.
Yagami-san!
Ah, so loud. What up? Something happened? I saw something. Saiga-sensei teaches social studies. Bumped into the hallway earlier and you dropped a piece of paper. Picked it up for him and it was a letter. Typed letter, so I think it was probably blackmail. It's probably her senpai blackmailing the teacher. Got it right here. Just ran off without thinking. I wasn't thinking. Here's the letter. I know you're dating Mariko Machikawa, a third-year student. I have photo... Oh. Yeah, it's definitely the senpai. What a shameful thing to do, having an affair with your student while your wife and child wait for you at home. You don't want to share this terrible shame with the entire world. Come tonight to the 2nd floor of the parking garage on South Sakura River Street. Bring 2 million yen. Goddamn. How much is 2 million yen, actually? 2 million would be like 20,000 USD, I think. Yeah, 20,000 USD. No funny business, or I'll have to tell my friends. The professor and the Neokai gang, by the way, all about your disobedience. You also had a photo inside. I see. Professor's behind everything. Can't tell if it's true, but we can't just ignore it.
Yeah.
Toribe, where's... Oh... I think that's the teacher, actually. I thought it was the senpai. Comes to stuff like this, I'm grateful for the MRC.
I'm really sorry.
It's a bit too much to handle, so I gave it to Anasawa of the Mystery Research Club. What? If Amasawa reads it, I'll be in no way we're in trouble. Sorry, Amasawa-senpai.
Yagami-san.
You help me investigate this blackmail case? Right.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is probably the last photo mission. Inside this parking garage at the rear of the 2nd floor.
Yagami-san.
It's kind of a lot of shady looking men in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Might be the guys from the Neokayan gang. Being watched, no outsiders can enter. They and the professor could be working with the blackmailer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Sneak in and take the photos, that's what you want, isn't it?
Huh?
Still gonna do it?
Yeah.
Hello? Obviously, this suddenly decided to crash. For no real good reason. I think we're good. Good right now. I'm surprised it did that. Just randomly decided to crash. I hope it didn't kill my recording or anything. Thought I can just pull the video from Twitch, I guess. That was weird. Came this far, I might as well stick out until the end. What kind of picture should I take this time? Here shows a Blackmare's plate. Blackmailer's face, please. Be super great if you catch him right as he's receiving the money. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Gotcha.
Got my best shot. God, I can't believe it did that though. Why'd you do that? You don't have to do that. Please.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, stealth time, I guess. It looks like there's those guys over here for some reason. I'm screwed if I get to. I can't go this way. Okay. That'd be way too easy, I guess. Where are the guys? Do I have to go up the stairs on over there?
Whoa.
Oh no 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 no! You can't see me! You can't see me! You can't see me! Okay, okay. Ow. I didn't realize that guy was there. These photo missions are pretty hard. Two guys there. Guy over there. A guy over there. I'm really out in the open like this. How will he not see me like this? How does he not see me? Orewo. Gonna choke him out though. Go to sleep.
That's a good boy.
That's a good boy. Iko da ne. Oh, there's a guy there. You don't see me, dude. And you're not gonna see anything at all. Yagami never killed anyone.
Take a nap, bud.
Take a nap, buddy. Okay. Okay. Do I still have to do the photo mission? Saiga Sensei. Yep, that's Hikawa. He's the blackmailer. You snap a photo. Let's capture Hikawa's delinquency without being noticed. Oops. 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 There you go. Can't really see his face, but it's there. Perfect. Gotta get shot now to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Takawa. Don't believe it. Now I feel that
Master.
going to question him. Oh no. This poor girl.
Nah.
Jeez. Jeez. Then. Sorry, Bay. Stop, you bastard.
Master.
Why'd you blackmail Saiga-sensei? Have blackmail your blackmail. Says, why would you do it?
Hey.
You only told us not to pursue your professor to cover your own ass, didn't ya? Okay. You're sticking your nose pretty deep in our business. So out of the 2 mil being extorted, how much were you guys gonna take as your cut? Okay.
Yagami-san.
Stay back. Gonna fight the unsavory men. Alright, I guess. Just think about what you've done.
Hey.
Using the professor's underground site. Yeah. That's where I found about Saiga-san's affair. Underground site? Something like that actually exists. That's the reason there's a rumor about you and Moriko Machikawa having a relationship.
In other words,
It's where you secretly took photographs in order to blackmail him. The professor contacted me. If I wanted to know more about Saiga-sensei's affair, he'd be willing to tell me where I could catch them in their next tryst. Give you a tip. I don't know where you knew about the affair, but he knew the time and place of their next rendezvous point.
I see.
Should probably talk to Moriko then. Even for a detective, tailing a target for multiple days, investigating an affair, that's tough. It's easier enough even though their travel route, of course. Can't believe any of this got out.
Master.
You'd do such a thing. Photography is art. Just needed money to finish my education. How much do you think it would cost to attend a private university for 4 years while living alone? It's outrageous if you're doing a doctorate. Yeah, college is expensive. Give up my pride today for a better tomorrow. I'm willing to do anything to make my dreams come true.
Master.
Please look at this. Look at this, you dumbass. Look at your face, Master Hikawa. It's the look of a total criminal. Not to avert your eyes, you don't want to see this photo because it makes you into an object you hate. Face looks evil. I looked evil as I blackmailed Saiga-sensei. I hate seeing your face like this. I respected you so much. Don't do it again, you dumbass. And don't be in a relationship with your student. Let me talk about what happens next. What are the consequences? And what should be done with Hikawa? Don't be too hard on him. Probably. Hopefully. Did try to extort 20,000 USD out of him, but If I had 20,000 USD, I would be able to mostly pay off my university debt, so...
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I think yesterday's discussion go about Master Hikawa's punishment. Talked it out. He agreed he was partially at fault and got his money back anyway, so we decided not to punish him. That's fair. Thank goodness. Seems to regret his actions, though. He's gonna step down.
Toribe.
About Hikawa. I just submitted my notice from withdrawal from the school. You weren't going to be punished. Saga-sensei forgave me, but I can't forgive myself. What he showed me had that much of an impact. And truly, Nietzsche's an eternal return of capitalism. Difficult words. I lost sight of myself as I materialized my own existence. You're gonna do about your doctorate. I can go back to school whenever I want. There's something else which can only be done right now. Travel across various countries and take pictures of all of them. Demon within me whispered, "Are you sure you want to indulge yourself in some old Japanese university all throughout your precious teens and 20s? I've been lost the whole time." I was able to break out of it, Toribe, thanks to you. There's your off-haven. Exactly. I don't understand any of this. Going to Asian mainland, then India, then maybe Tibet, those are places where Buddhism was birthed. Places which contain philosophy of all creation. Going to these lands to discover the body without organs inside myself, which has been poisoned by consumerism. I don't want to be a sophist who just gathers knowledge and stays in an ivory tower. I'd rather be an egg.
Hey.
I kinda get it. I think I get it, yeah. Yeah. He wants to be someone who's like constantly growing, I think, is what he's trying to say, basically. Basically. Just don't go anywhere dangerous, alright? I can enjoy philosophy or art if I'm dead. Time for me to leave so I can get there in time to board the ship. I hope you have the money for this. He's a weird guy, but at least he was excited about withdrawing from school. That's something positive. Because of his principles, of course. To India, huh? Guy might end up being a bigger deal than we expect, you know? One of those philosophical artist types. Guess I should have gotten one last photo with him. Anyway, as to the professor... Let's look on the fact that the professor contacted Hiwa-Kawa-kun directly. Does the professor not contact the users of his site very often?
No.
I think this was a pretty rare situation. Thought he'd benefit from talking to Hikawa. Hi, Toribe. What's up? Care for Itakura-san, I still haven't captured her smile in a photograph. Oops. Just move on already. Thanks to Yagami-san, I've learned that it's imperative for a photographer to have patience and persistence. Why don't you just smile for her? Nope. Here she goes. So glad Itakura-san has a new friend is a little... if you can call that friendship. Cute. Yeah, photography club is done. I think I might pop my head into girls' bar real quick. Keep coming here, but I still haven't had a chance to ask Emily-chan about the professor. Let me change that. There she is. Oh? She seems upset. Doesn't seem like herself. You know what might be wrong? Someone's been stalking her lately. Another one.
Hi.
Someone's been following her every night. Isn't there anyone who will walk her home? Keep telling her we'd walk her home, but she always says no because she doesn't want to put us in danger. She'd be really stubborn sometimes. She refuses to listen. I don't like the sound of a stalker one bit. Hey, I'm a detective. Got you, girl. Dealing with stalkers is my bread and butter, dude. Or lady. Ma'am. Pretty worried about Emily-chan. She might turn me down if I offer to walk her home, plus I might scare off the stalker by being there. So we're gonna stalk the stalker. I have to tail her. If someone other than me gives off a stalker vibe, I'll have a chat with them. Can't let her catch me tailing her. Hold on. Hold on.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, I spent all my SP. Seems to be walking straight home at least. She's not like looking around like Kenya was. She's waiting for the light to turn, I think. Should probably take cover just in case. It's gonna take a while for the light to turn though.
Whoa.
Don't see me. It's over here. Alright. Is that the guy? Probably. That looks shady as hell. Oh, he has a knife. Hey. Wait!
Wait, I'm scared!
Freaked out, please don't leave. Oh. This poor girl. Can't just leave her here like this. You okay? You okay? Think so. What was that guy? Probably the stalker.
Emily-chan.
Please walk you home. Okay, thanks. Why do you have a knife? I think I'm making a new girlfriend. Appreciate Nakata.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know. You know, for not remembering your name. Japanese names can be tricky, especially if you've been overseas for a while.
No.
That's not why. It wasn't because I'm overseas. I've actually been living in Japan for quite a while.
It's because I wasn't interested in you, Nakata.
I just wasn't into you. Right. Gotta say, it's pretty refreshing to hear it straight like this. What's your real name again, Nakata? It's Yagami. Takayuki Yagami.
Yuki!
Takayuki. Got it. Mind if I call you Takayuki? Yeah. Whatever's easiest for you. Pretty nice guy. I like you.
Huh?
New girlfriend. But I love Nakata way more. Your dog. That is so freaking cute. Still outranked by a pet. Honestly, fair.
Excuse me.
So for next time, if it's cool with you, I mean, let's have a chat with you, Takayuki. Alright. We've ingratiated ourselves with Emily-chan. Ask her about the professor. Oh! Max appeal. How much did that progress mean? For girls' bar? 60% for so a whole 20%. Goddamn. I think I'll save Emily-chan for another time, though. Let's do the one side case in Kamurocho then. And then maybe I'll continue with the main story. I also want to check on my cats here while I'm here. Please. I didn't name this one yet.
Name, huh?
What? What was that? Oh, Ren, thank you for the host. Appreciate it. I named this cat. I don't think you're Mochi. Or Peanut or Scout? Maybe Peanut.
Stay safe.
You're a little Peanut. Don't fuck with me. Okay, they fucked with me. This guy? Yes. Kazuto Jumonji's office, so maybe it's him.
Yep.
Probably like his editor or one of his ghostwriters. Okazaki, while we're out here. You never know who might be listening. Arata Okazaki, that's my real name in fact. He's younger than I thought. I want you to promise me something. You won't tell anyone what you're about to see.
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, you have, client confidentiality. This is a bunch of ghostwriters. Yep. Fucking knew it. It's just a bunch of ghostwriters. That's honestly fair though.
Huh?
All the works of Kazuto Jumonji are written by the 10 of us here, including myself. Kazuto Jumonji isn't one person, he's a group of authors. So you write books in so many different genres at such an impossible pace. Due to the efficiency of 10 talented authors of different personalities all writing at the same time.
I see.
This is the detective. Kamurocho detective of that. I bet he has a lot of good stories. Allow me to explain our request to you. So it's not surprising if one of them decided to, like, publish some work under a different name. So many people writing as one person. I don't know of other groups like us, that's for sure. Each one of us is a failed author. We all had a publishing debut, but never had any success beyond that. Each of us nearly gave up our pens for good. And when you come to work together, through social media, launched an online community and ended up attracting a bunch of failed authors. Through our exchanges, we came up with the idea of joint authorship, so we tried it and it worked. Damn. Your first effort was a smash hit. Masterpiece none of us could have written all on our own. Is this only because the 10 of us worked on it together? Some of us come up with clever twists, some of us are good at dialogue, and some of us are awesome at building plot. Each of us may be lacking in one area, together we can be a great author.
By the way.
It doesn't seem possible for 10 people to write a coherent book. Hollywood movie scripts are often written by multiple people, it just depends on how you divvy it up. By managing the workload of each member, we can even work on multiple titles simultaneously. As long as you do it right, this unique creative process ends up being pretty productive. Now any writer can do what we're doing. Charge of managing the member schedules. Something I'm great at. I used to be an editor, you know. Time to ask some questions. Okay, stolen ideas. I heard that some of your ideas were plagiarized. What can you tell me about that? About half a year ago, we were in the midst of polishing a manuscript we had just finished. New mystery novel came out and immediately became a hot topic because of this one trick which was depicted in the story. It's nearly identical to the manuscript we were polishing.
In other words,
Another author beat you to the punch. We were accused of plagiarism. The contents happened to be similar. It wasn't just the trick I mentioned earlier, it was also the setting, the structure, even the character traits. They were almost exactly the same. Too many similarities to be a mere coincidence. If there's dozens of them like that, you can only say it was coincidence if there had been one thing. The reader saw definitely could not be called a coincidence. Wasn't that one book that plagiarized us? Put out 3 more books after that in succession, all with ideas that were just like ours. Okay?
either way.
Tell me about this author you think is stealing your ideas. Kurakawa Futaba. First novel was published more than 10 years ago and it was a decent hit at the time. He even won an award in some mystery novel contest, but after that, his books seemed to go nowhere. It's just a one-hit wonder. One Hit Wonder came out with a new book that turned into a famous bestseller. Yeah. So Futaba continued to publish books that closely resembled what we were working on. All of them bestsellers. I think he's made this miraculous comeback. Why not sue him? Did think about that, but if we took this to court, we might have to reveal the secret of Kazuto Jumonji. Hard for us to tell the truth in court while also hiding how we write, don't you? Probably would be. Could be that the author is fully aware that you're powerless to take him to court and that's why he steals from you. Unforgivable. We've already asked our detectives to look into this matter. 3. What kind of investigations did they conduct? Looked for a way to hack us and whether our room was bugged. Tried really hard but couldn't find anything. So it has to be an inside job, basically. Ideas kept being stolen. You really gotta wonder how in the world it's being done. Alright.
Excuse me.
I'd like to proceed this investigation by collecting even more info. Interview the other authors. Ask them to cooperate, okay. Time for a thorough recon mission. These two over here.
Excuse me.
Can I ask you a few questions? Takashi Hojo. I do science and military research, plus security for the office. Ayame Sato. Western mythology and civilization. You might say I'm the fantasy buff too. Look into spy activity. Been taking measures against spies ourselves. Getting camera to try to catch anyone who tries to sneak in. Actually already had a security camera, but we felt one wasn't enough. Still getting our information stolen and with locked doors too. Gotta outsmart the perpetrator. No evidence of a break-in. Information was getting stolen.
Either way.
Hacking measures. Keeping our writing computers offline. Chance of a leak from memory devices which get taken outside. Prohibit anyone from removing devices like USB memory sticks. Been gone so far to search their bags. Trust our members. Right. I'll try something real quick. Yeah, nothing. No sounds either. But these guys.
Excuse me.
Shaggy-haired young man. Looks a little slimy. It's gonna be a masterpiece. I'm a genius. Once Manabe-kun gets into the zone, he can't hear anything. Talking to him right now won't do him any good. So skilled at fleshing out characters, he really breathes life into them. This guy's gonna be awesome, and he'll provide a foil to the protagonist's weakness to boot. Nice. Nice. You know, a hero had this side to his character. It's like finding gold in a river. That's honestly kinda cute. Up these guys.
Excuse me.
Detective on the prowl. Mikura Machiyama, by the way, author of many a cell phone novel. Books originally written on a phone.
Yagami.
Takara Ayohara used to be a screenwriter for The Dance, the period drama. Wrote episodes 5 through 7. You remember the priest joke Nobunaga tells? Save the tour of your career minutiae for later. Kato Nishimura, this is worth sharing. I was mostly a light novel author, so you came to ask us something. Anything suspicious? There's one thing. Kara changed her skin. That's weird. That's weird. That's near sexual harassment. It's a meeting space. This place to get refreshed, especially since you. Weirdo. Don't talk about it like it's a cabaret club. Use the space for actual purposes like idea meetings and yes, even some random chit-chat at times. Amazing brainstorming. Wouldn't exist without those brainstorming sessions. Polish everything up for each other. Right.
By the way.
Take place at the same time every day. Those sessions are a chance for someone to eavesdrop. Even easier if you meet at the same time daily. I always thought this place was bugged. 3 detectives came and didn't find anything. It probably wasn't a bug. These guys are having regular idea meetings. Surely a plagiarist would see them as an opportunity. Is that a gunshot? That scared me. Damn neighborhood pranksters. Bunch of kids lighting up firecrackers and making trouble. Cops and Yakuza. So when another detective was here, also thought it was a gunshot. Even with the Tojo clan gone, this is still Kamurocho. Are they like hearing them through the window somehow? Strange. She's on the phone. Hello. Remy Makita, charge of love stories mostly.
No.
You mean to eavesdrop. Masamichi Ichimonose, one of the other members of Kazuto Jumonji, has a habit of feeling down, so he's absent pretty often. Likes to come in and out of the blue and surprise us only to take off for another 2 months. Does you have an illness? Kind of illness that makes you play games in your room all day. He's got the talent, comes up with ideas no one else could. First world views, mind-blowing plot devices, he's got an unpredictable twist too. Only he wasn't so unstable, sometimes he can be in slump for half a year. That's how geniuses are. Wish we could have a stable genius. Part of his caretaker for some reason. Can't criticize him. Even if I were to ever chide him even a little, he'll go into a slump. What a handful. Step back and figure out exactly what I know now. It's pretty damn low that any wiretaps, hacks, or accidental leaks took place, so that leaves...
No.
Nothing decisive yet. It's not because of an outsider. Careless of me to make claims without any evidence. Only one member absent today. Only 8 people here. Sanada went up to the roof. Talk to him later. I guess right now then. They won't notice us, right? I think you're good. Where's that coming from? Oh, he's smoking?
Yep.
Running around asking everyone questions, can I count on your cooperation too? Kenichi Sanada, I'm in charge of structuring in Kazuto Jumonji. Drawing a blueprint of the story, I make adjustments to the ups and downs of the drama and I set up the foreshadowing. Changing the order of the episodes or making a character's backstory longer. Little tweaks like that can make a big difference in how fun and readable a story is. You have a bird's eye view on the whole story to analyze where we can to make these improvements. Okay.
By the way,
Anything suspicious around the office? Yes. What's going on? Why is he hesitating?
excuse me.
What did you see? It's not exactly I want another person to know. I won't share anything you tell me with anyone. I'm gonna be totally straight with you. One of the 10 writers is a spy. It's one of the insiders selling our ideas to someone on the outside. Can't say I wasn't thinking about that possibility, but... any evidence that leads you to believe that... concrete basis for my belief. Few members of Kazuto Jumonji are thinking about going independent. Start over as single authors. It's finally regained their confidence because of all the hits we've had as Kazuto Jumonji. I think they can go out on their own and write books that actually sell. Instead of selling ideas to an outsider, what's the point? Members of Kazuto Jumonji have signed a contract that prohibits them from going independent for at least 5 years. It's pretty long. Each of us would focus all our energy on Kazuto Jumonji. In exchange for accepting their severe restrictions, we'll all receive regular royalties. Don't have that type of thing as a single author when you're at risk of enduring long, moneyless periods in the publishing schedule as well as your own slumps. Another benefit of working in a group with other authors. One which would disappear after they're independent from Kazuto Jumonji. Vision all the works by Kazuto Jumonji to remain the property of Kazuto Jumonji, the corporate entity.
I see.
It makes it hard to strike out on your own. Or to break completely, that'd be a different story. Contract stipulates that if such a thing were to happen, each author would continue to receive an equal share of the royalties. Wanting to be independent is selling info to someone on the outside just to make us suspicious of each other. The author is trying to bring about the breakup of Kazuto Jumonji. Totally convinced, but the motive makes sense at least. Okay, who wants to be independent? Can't bring myself to sell at my coworkers. I like the work we do as Kazuto Jumonji, and I don't think I can make it on my own. Breakup is something I desperately want to prevent. So I hope you can use your investigations to shine a light on the truth. Right. Issues are pretty complex for this little group of authors.
Yep.
Finished up just now. Might turn out to be nothing, but... okay. An ode... okay, I need Rampo for this. Complaining about a strange smell lately. It lasts in from nowhere and disappears before we can track it. Smells like oil. Left out some meat. Never comes during meals, and there's never trash or anything on the floor.
No.
Alright. I'll get Rampo out. Right, inside. Tell the authors to keep out of your way. Alright. Gonna bring Rampo out. Unidentified odor. Alright, boy.
I believe in you, buddy.
I don't know quite where you're coming from, but you're here now.
Let's go. Attaboy.
Yes?
Hmm?
Cigarette butts.
Excuse me.
Oh, smoking? That's rare. Can't come up with ideas unless you smoke. Pretty lax about it. Non-smokers aren't crazy about it. I have the window open in December. Ventilation never lets enough fresh air inside. Mikuro-chan opens the window at the start of every meeting. Someone listening from the window?
Does that mean...
Voices leak outside. On the 3rd floor. Not that loud, in the building over is some distance away.
Alright. Good dog. Very good dog. Ah.
Something nearby? Looks like some sort of stain.
What the... Hmm?
Trying to show me these stains. Doesn't look like bird shit. Or stains above the window. Oh. From the mahjong parlor?
Suspicious. Hmm?
Animal fur. Not supposed to take data home. Not showing the data to anyone. Everyone is a little stressed. Here's how come true. The authors have gotten suspicious of each other. Perpetrator really is among us. Strange pieces of evidence. Animal fur and smelly stains.
Alright.
Are we going out?
Attaboy.
Hmm? Wants to go outside. Probably wants to go up into the mahjong parlor.
Hmm?
To the rooftop.
This way, huh?
Where are we going? What's going on here? Hmm? Here?
Good dog. Very good dog.
Cat food can. Causes stains at the office. Stains could be emitting the smell. Inspect your own teammates as well. It's the only possibility left after a process of elimination. Shouldn't keep turning a blind eye, Okazaki. Confront the facts and expose the perpetrator before Kazuto Jumanji explodes from within. I think you can hold off on your big confrontation till you hear the results of my investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Suspect's unique strategy? Can of cat food? Does he put some sort of bug on a cat and then dunks cat food on the window? How they did it based on the evidence. Suspect was stealing information was a listening device. Brainstorming sessions take place at the same time every evening. So in order to use a listening device precisely at that time, you could steal your ideas for your next novel. No bugs. Don't blame them for not being able to find it. Bug only showed up when it was needed.
Yep.
Ingenious way to bring it here. Marks. I was calling his bug. This one? Stains on the outside of the office window and they smell like greasy meat. Corner of the rooftop. Cat food. Suspect dropped cat food from this can onto the protrusion right outside the window. Stained the outside wall.
Yep.
Evidence which reveals the suspect's identity. This fur is found near the stains on the wall from a cat.
Yep.
Cat wearing a wire. That's how they were listening in on our DM meetings. Carried a cat up to the root and dropped cat food right outside the window. Release a cat and directed to head towards the food. Do you really think a creature as apathetic as a cat could be baited like that? Yes.
No.
If there's food involved. If it would leap at the sight of food. Cats are snooty, but not as snooty as they can ignore real hunger. The meeting space is near the window, which is close to where the bait was placed. Keeping the window open to let cigarettes smoke. Bug cat sitting right outside, your conversations were leaking like a broken faucet. So something I'm not convinced about. Our meetings can be pretty long. Even the cat was pretty well trained when it just get up and walk away. Oops. Oops. I'm gonna just get up and walk away after it's eaten its food. And best guess would be sleep medication.
Yep.
The owner might have spiked food with sleep aids. And ask a vet for a prescription. You think the perpetrator would go that far? I'd have flung a listening device from a string or something, but think about it. Device on a string will eventually be seen, but if someone just sees a sleeping cat, who would care? No one else would think to shoot a sleeping kitty. Hiding in plain sight, alright? Come in and investigate. The suspect would still want to keep the bug from being found. Cat was outside the window and set off the detective's bug detector. But all cat would have never been found. Suspect probably had a way to chase away the cat if needed. He did that even today, in time I've been here. Measure taken. Oh, firecrackers. Heard firecrackers go off outside. Surprised the other detectives that came here before me. Whenever a detective showed up, the suspect set off firecrackers to wake up the sleeping cat. Would certainly awaken and hide from the noise. Startled awake by an earthquake alert. Suspect was someone on the outside. Anyone on the inside would be able to obtain information without the need of a bug. Had to be near this building as he spied on you. Chase away a cat with a firecracker. Meeting is scheduled to start right now. Preparing to listen in on the idea meeting. Oh? Oh shit. You're kind of a scaredy cat, aren't you? Okay. Cat was cute though. Come on dude, you're almost down, you're almost down. What up?
Hey.
Everyone has been spying on the office of Kazutoji Monji. Can of cat food. I do fingerprints on... didn't think you would wipe them off. Hand us over to the police, you know. Of course, I don't actually have any fingerprints. This isn't a courtroom, so... I'll bluff. Time to give up and admit to your crime. In fact, nope. Okay. Didn't expect you to be that easy, but okay. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Sugaraku Futaba. It's you? Wataru Tenjibashi, our editor in charge.
Huh?
Herb was your editor? Former editor. He was our editor until a year ago, but we asked him to be reassigned after he caused some trouble. Advertised a new book on social media without our consent before we even decided to publish it. So I'm working on plot points, none of which have been made public. Your own editor leaked classified information. Readers were expecting this great novel, but we didn't even know how or if we were going to complete it. Disclosed a surprise twist in the story in an effort to save his marketing. Damn. We had to scrap that novel and start another one from scratch.
Huh.
I see. Nah, dude. After all that happened, you decided to release your sleeping detective series with another publisher. Editor-in-chief hated me for losing a featured author. He stopped giving me work until I had no choice to resign. By stealing your ideas and selling them to an unknown writer. Yeah. This man took full advantage. Leave it up to the court to decide what you'll be charged with. Fuck you, dude. Just glad we were able to catch the perp. You know that I recognize your talent. I cannot condone distrusting your teammates. Some of the authors are looking to go independent. I also know that worries you. Ever since the plagiarism mess, the teamwork in Kazuto Jumonji has been in shambles. You have to start making improvements. It starts with trusting your members and working as one. Look forward to Kazuto Jumonji's next book. Dagger break. Looks that's all I have for side cases for now. Let me do what I said I was gonna do and continue with the main story, actually. Let's meet this lady. They're sorry.
Perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Time to head over to the home of Hara's victim who doesn't know we're dropping by. Well, just to find out real soon. Nope, wrong place. Completely wrong place. Tapped up on the D-pad just out of habit. And just send me all the way to Jincho instead. Sure did, I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. Why don't we waste some money? Pretty nice apartment, Isikebukuro.
Remember, we're speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Ding dong.
Yes.
I'm Shirasaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand.
She has a slight
But we have a
accent.
pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
Don't die on me.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Sari couldn't whip out a solid approach for us. Are we really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yaga, detective helping Sari here out.
And?
Can't let this be the end. I need to talk to her into opening this door somehow. Empathize with her.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ehara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ehara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
Yuck me, you sly bastard.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Hello.
Aw.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
Victim Yui Mamiya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, cute.
We'll make this quick.
Close the door behind you. Okay. Use a conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a look around for anything useful.
Hey.
Talent drawing, probably of his mother. Put on a nice frame, how cute. Maybe you don't mind me snooping around your entranceway. Like... baseball bat?
What the?
Lives here with her husband and son. Pretty happy in this picture.
Uh-huh.
Like pretty standard stuff you'd find in someone's entranceway. She's a real family woman, it seems.
Hey. What the? Suspicious.
Get him. Yui Mamiya, wife, mother, office worker, and victim of Ihara's perversion. Same treatment in Ikebukuro, where she ended up having an affair through Ihara groping her.
Hey.
Kid. 6-year-old son, cute kid. Just started grade school. Pretty excited by visitors dropping by. His dad's not home yet.
Suspicious. What the?
You're not gonna get through that laptop. Just talk to her about her kid. Seems like a good kid.
So, I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
While her son's in the
What else is
room.
left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic, hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ihara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this?
This poor lady.
Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Pressure's really on. Seems to be a recurring thing lately.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ihara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries.
What
I
the?
remember second guessing
Sounds like
myself
warning
at
up.
the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Ugh.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
Oh, just.
I'm
Ugh.
fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
It's gonna be ending soon no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Haven't heard any contradictions between Mamiya's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ihara-san while running?
His cat was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure.
I feel bad accusing
There
this
were a
woman
lot
of
of smart
anything.
So I figured
I
that
still
someone was able to
think-
get away with it.
I'm still pretty sure she's part of the conspiracy. I'm pretty sure she's the one who gave the picture to
I see. I think I've got the gist.
Sawa Sensei.
But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there's one thing that it contradicts. The murder footage. Right?
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama,
Don't let her
a
son see
student
this.
teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother.
Don't let her son see this.
But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ihara-san here is the murderer.
what?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ihara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ihara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ihara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ihara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day.
Yeah.
Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit.
Sorry for invading your
and
home,
for dredging up
ma'am.
unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
I feel really bad. Can we just appreciate how steady his hand is? I hold my hand up for 10 seconds, I have to put it back down or it will stop shaking. Yeah, and he's holding his phone up too. Phones are heavy. I still feel really bad. Because I do think she's part of the conspiracy. I'm pretty sure she's the one who gave the picture to Sawa-sensei.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give
Hydrate, thank you.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Yo.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss.
Don't die on me. Don't die on me.
Hey,
He's calling it a day. Alright.
You do that.
Wait, let me check out my cats while I'm here. Because I haven't really, messed around with the cats here quite as much.
A name.
Snowball. Have some food. Meow. Snap counter. Recipe. Alright. Alright.
Are we ready, Yagami-san? Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start there.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right?
Yeah.
Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Tsukuma said it was untraceable.
The footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
Hara's accomplices?
the murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah. I can't see it any other way.
Yeah.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
How many?
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Yeah, that seems to be what Ihara's trying to do.
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikashiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Yeah, and Tsukumo didn't
Tsukumo-san
find it.
reported that he's found
Yeah.
nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ihara using a stand-in? Perhaps the real Ihara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
Yeah, but he still has the
But
trace
we couldn't find an
evidence
opportunity for the swap to happen,
on his
remember?
hand.
From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ihara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Proof is this thing. I feel like we talked about this thing so many times already.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku Station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ihara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
How would you
Let's all
explain
go
the
over
trace
diagram
evidence,
so
though?
everything will be clear. Here's what I want you to see. Suspicious.
Here.
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ihara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the groper, the fake Ihara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
I think there was like a
Right.
bathroom in that
Except
area.
if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
Hold on, don't die on me, please.
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ihara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ihara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ihara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
If
Can you expound on that?
Mamiya is part
I'm
of the
saying I agree
conspiracy,
that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
there's a lot going on here. What else can we possibly deduce? Mikashiba is still alive? Absolutely not. Yeah, I think so.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ihara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her, and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
I don't like following this line of thought after talking to her personally, but I do think she's the one who gave the photo to Sawa-sensei, so I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part in this
Let me
conspiracy.
just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that will be guaranteed to work. Now, if Hara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work.
Yeah.
We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so... She could have even called attention to the real Ahara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ahara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate,
Yeah,
what
the
about
trace
Ahara's
evidence.
Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan.
I guess.
For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ahara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details
I don't
later.
like it, but I think it's
The point is, Ahara's
the
murder
truth.
alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible that Ahara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
I don't like it though.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ahara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape is faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this,
What's up?
the obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime?
Yeah,
She
that's the
appears more than
big
financially
question.
stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. Maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ahara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
Yeah. 53-year-old patrolman and a married office worker and mother. The only connection between them is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ahara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ahara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it.
Yeah.
A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ahara's success.
It's actually kind of clever.
Looks like Ahara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her
Gotta
file, her maiden name
find
is Yui Suzuki.
6 degrees
30
of
years
separation.
old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Kurakawa.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sotakun, who's now in 1st grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly,
Was it the guys who were peeping in us? Is it those guys?
when I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out, but they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
I fucking knew it. Oh my god, I
any
fucking
ID on
knew
you?
it. Oh my god, okay.
Will my license work? Kake-san.
Kaike.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
Same graduating
What's that gotta do
class.
with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ihara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh,
What?
the girls there get such cute uniforms.
Focus, Hoshino-kun.
You little... You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
The uniform.
On an old picture of a teacher at Serio.
Sao?
Sawa-sensei. Ihara's son had confided in her.
Oh.
Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them were even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. I think Sawa-sensei before, she was also talking about how one of her classmates committed suicide because her other classmates bullied him to the point, and like he's in a coma now. I don't know where this is going, but it's getting interesting.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ihara orchestrated the groping as a diversion, and by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Fuck man, this is getting crazy. Fuck me, okay. Virgin heat. So what would that mean?
Hiro
everyone
Mikoshiba's murder
everyone went to school
sparked by the
together.
bullying of Toshiro Ihara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ihara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ihara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ihara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ihara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
Pretty
To achieve
complicated.
this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ihara.
Yeah.
Mamiya, Ihara standing on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Serio High.
Poor Sawa-sensei.
She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurakawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurakawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ihara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yokosawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ihara take his revenge.
I don't think Sawa-sensei's the type.
Best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the
I
case.
hope she's not.
Why's that?
It's just... she's a really good teacher.
She's a good person.
She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Miku Shiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
I don't think Sawa-sensei's the type.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Alright.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurakawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year
Yeah.
jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
That's what Sawa-sensei was talking about. Yeah. If I remember correctly, the student lived but remained in a coma.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Damn.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
Huh?
Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Vice Minister's rank above most government officials, so this lady has quite a position of power at the Ministry of Health. I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the health ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested?
Yeah, that was last game.
Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience.
She's pretty.
Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
It probably is.
Who knows?
Probably.
But Reiko Kusamoto and Ihara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
It's possible
Okay, so
she
Kusamoto's
sympathized
son.
with Ihara.
What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
Oh, gross. Okay.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
Just
If
don't
they
know
were
when
classmates,
to not
then
overdo
both
it.
Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ihara's persuasion.
Yeah.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ihara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ihara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
I just really like the delivery on
Started
that
as a
one line.
simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Fucking hell. Okay. I'll head back to the office. Okay. It's kind of a lot going on right now.
Thanks again, Yagami-san. Try to relax for once. You've earned it.
I admit, I used to see Ahara as nothing more than a shameless cop who got what he deserved. But I guess that's what he wanted us to believe, along with the prosecution and the public at large.
It's just a lot going on right now.
What we're dealing with is a man who disgraced himself and the justice system, all in the name of vengeance. At this point, I doubt much can scare him. You have to be a certain kind of desperate to sink that low.
Yeah. We'll rest. Kaito wasn't here to cuddle with me on the couch this time. God, that is probably awful for your back.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into this school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Keep in your
Don't you
keep in your
understand the
pants.
situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Keep it in your pants.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
Got nothing else to say, I guess. Oh?
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
Yeah?
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Oh god.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I don't think you should bring attention to yourself.
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
Are they also involved in the conspiracy?
Asshole.
Probably.
Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
I doubt it.
We just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
Hired muscle for Ahara?
They're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
That's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if RK is like hired muscle for Ahara or something. Find out if Mamiya has connection to Sao Sensei.